Hey there folks, and welcome back to the I Am CDB project. Of course, I'm your host CDB. You are not. And today we're going to use, excuse me, I've already forgotten the name, Maggard, limes and bergamot, which is really nice lime scent in my estimation. I really like it. Scent is pretty robust, 6.5 to 7, at least on my scale, and it's really nice. I haven't used it for quite some time, and you know me, I love the citrus scents, so this should hit the spot. I'm using the RazoRock 400, which again, I've been using a lot recently. It's an excellent value, excellent brush. I'm using my Timeless bowl, which is just phenomenal. I really like it a lot, and I certainly don't have to worry about it breaking if I drop it on the hard tile floor, which is very nice. And we're going to also use a razor I haven't used for a while, the RazoRock Mamba. It's nice, but, excuse me, it's mild, but nice. And I really like the handle on this one. And it has that screw off end there in case you wanted to reduce the weight or something along those lines, or length slightly. So let me go ahead and wet the face here. And we'll get going. I hope you folks have had a wonderful weekend. I've had a pretty good weekend myself. Had dinner with some friends Friday night, and then last night one of our friends had a birthday party, and we went out and had a nice time with that. Had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, and really that's what it's about, is enjoying and laughing. I've certainly done more of that recently than I have in recent years. Like I've said in my last few videos, reconnecting with family and friends and making that a priority over, my hobbies and stuff that I typically do. To be quite honest with you, over the last few years, I kind of got into a silo type situation where I really didn't do as much as I used to, and I thought I was content in being that way, and I suppose I was, but after some changes, in my life, I have gone back to trying to be more, active, both physically and active in terms of, connecting people and getting out on the weekends and trying to do some things, and that's been really nice. So I invite you to do the same if you find yourself in a position where you're sort of just, I don't know, you're just hanging around a lot or watching TV. Now, I was always active in the summertime in terms of, working outside and so forth, because I love to be outside, but I just didn't do a lot other than that. And I think, you just find yourself in a rut. And by the way, this is a super smooth razor, and it's really gliding like butter on this Maggard Limes and Bergamot. It's a very good soap made by Maria Arman. Through the Fire Fine Craft is the company there. It's a very good company, very good soap maker, very nice lady in my estimation. So there is that. Boy, this thing is just smooth. It's not super aggressive or efficient, but really super smooth, and it's forgiving. It's well made and of course well priced. Now, I never bought the retail Game Changer. I really like the way that one shaved, but I have not been buying any shaving stuff because I don't have the discretionary income that I used to have. So I'll have have a meal out and go out with friends and things, but I try to keep it reasonable. I'm not wasting a lot of money. So I've yet to buy the retail Game Changer. Maybe I will at some point, but I've been more judicious about spending because I don't have the income that I used to, household income, I should say. So, but anyway, that razor, the prototype that I used was fantastic. So I'm assuming the production version will be even better, and so I certainly think it's worthy of buying. This one I think is, milder. I like the Game Changer, although I like this handle. I would like to keep this handle and get a Game Changer head. at some point. Just haven't tried the production one yet, although I did try the, like I said, the prototype, and I was very impressed with it. It felt a lot to me like the Wolfman, like WR1, I think, or something along those lines. Felt very similar in its shave and level of aggression and all the rest. And so I really liked it, or at least the prototype, I should say. I'm a little tongue twisted today, but of course that's no surprise. You've seen me stumble over words quite a bit over the years if you've been following me. I want to thank the folks who email with the questions. Sometimes it takes me a little longer to get back to them because, again, I am more active and I'm doing, you know, busier both in the personal life and at work and all the rest. I don't have quite the time that I used to, but I try to get around to answering when the opportunity presents itself. And so I appreciate your patience and the fact that you're still watching and listening to me babble a couple of times a week usually. Some weekends more than others. It just depends on what I'm doing. Like this week, I'll probably have this video and the 2 videos yesterday, which will be 3. And some weekends I do 1, and some perhaps not at all if I'm super busy. So, but I do want to thank everybody for watching. Boy, I got to tell you, this is one smooth razor. It's extremely smooth when you're using it. It's not rough whatsoever. Some razors are just a little on the rough side, just regardless of what blade you use. This is not one of them. This is just a very smooth shaver. Again, for some, it may not be aggressive enough, but I like it all the same. It's certainly a nice razor. Let's see, and it does a good job. Although I think I would like the Game Changer, like I said before, a little bit more, perhaps. All right, that feels very good. Very good indeed. And there we are with 2 passes. Let's just apply a little more water here. I used to stop and pause the video and do a full rinse, but there's really not much need to do it. Really, the main thing, in my view, is just getting more moisture on your face. You can make sure you got plenty of hydration there, and your mix of soap and so forth is plenty slick enough, and all the rest. And I tell you what, this is wonderful smelling. If you're a citrus lover, try this because it is good stuff in my estimation. Very good stuff. It's got a beautiful lime scent, and I like it a lot. Of course, I like most, you know, lime or citrus, and it's my thing. And I, you know, regardless of season, I don't care anything about, and I've said this before, and I realize that it's lowbrow or whatever, but you know me, I just don't care. I'm not one of these who cares about seasons or wearing what with seasons, whether it be clothing, in terms of colors, like, oh, you gotta wear earthy colors in the fall. That's a bunch of rigmarole. Marketing gibberish in my estimation, but that's just me. I know people say, well, scientifically, the scents change depending, that's all great, but I still love my citrus regardless of it's fall, winter, you know, spring, or summer. I'm just gonna use it all the same. And I invite you to do whatever you want to. If you want to do the seasonal thing, go for it if you like, and there are certainly reasons people feel that are very legitimate for doing so, and it is if you believe it. I don't, but that's just me. Again, I realize the scents may linger more in certain temperatures and so forth and all the rest, but ultimately, in my view, it's more about marketing, and you know, you get out different products in the fall, and you know, it's an opportunity for people to spend on those products, and most everything operates, you know, it's like I used to say, follow the money. You can, generally speaking, in just about every walk of life, if you follow the money, you'll get to the truth. And I don't think it's any different when it comes to seasonal stuff and all the rest of it. You know, there's money to be made, and therefore a lot of people change their products and make different stuff. And plus, it gives them an opportunity to make something different. And you know, I'm sure it would be boring to make the same old stuff all the time, but there's a lot of you know, sale reasons for commerce or commercial reasons to do all this seasonal stuff, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying my overarching point is just use whatever the heck you doggone will please and enjoy it. That's what I do. And look, I have never had anyone come up to me and go, oh, it is January and you're wearing citrus. Ugh. No, they're like, man, you smell good. And so that's my personal bar. Does it smell good? Does it last a while? If the answer to those questions are yes, then I am good. And as you can see, there's plenty of residual slickness. Boy, I tell you, that was just beautiful. Really a beautiful shave. The Mamba did a great job. Let me go ahead and rinse real quick. We'll come back and do the post. Stay tuned. And here we are with the magic made by Witches Thayers, which is great stuff in my estimation, which you see here in use every day. I think it does a lot for my skin. It may or may not for you, but I certainly like it. Quick rundown of what we use today. Maggard, limes and bergamot. If you like limes, try this one. It's very good. Of course, we used the fantastic, phenomenal, best bow in the business in my estimation, or at least in terms of durability, fantastic ridges. This is a great bow. And that's also a great brush, that RazoRock 400. I absolutely love it. And of course, we use the RazoRock Mamba here, and that is an Astra blade riding in there. Really nice, mild shaver, well made. I love that handle, by the way. That's fantastic. I love it. And we will finish off today with an inexpensive citrus aftershave, which is Pinaud Citrus Musk, which I like. And once again, it's not expensive. It doesn't hang around a super long time, but it's inexpensive. And I think it's, you know, has a nice citrus scent to it. So it's good for me. I really like it. And maybe you'll try it and enjoy it as well. And you know, on aftershaves like this, I mean, you can really lay it to you. It doesn't cost very much, and just enjoy it. So there is the shave today. I want to thank everybody for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the weekend and a wonderful week this coming week. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. I've been your CDB. You're not. God bless.